Another President's Cup has arrived at Royal Montreal. One of the great scenes in all of sport.
You wait for 16 months for this week to come to fruition, and now we're here.
Anytime you have to represent your country, there's just so much pride, there's so much honor.
To represent the international side, Australia, Canada, and also to just represent the Shield, there's a lot kind of on the line.
I feel like you're playing for everybody and you don't want to let anybody down.
When something hurts, it hurts way more. I always look forward to the opportunity to rise to the occasion.
Great spirit of golf in Canada. They have been anticipating this President's Cup for years.
Playing for Mike in Canada, this is really what dreams are made of.
I know there's fans from all over the world, all over the rest of Canada. They're going to bring the energy.
It's our home turf now, and I'm sure the crowd's going to get wilder, and we're definitely going to use, our crowds and our fans to our advantage.
When you get here, you have an obligation to your country to perform and to win this President's Cup.
Welcome to PGA Tour The Cut, presented by Surf Pro.
The crowd is juiced up, and these players are going to give us a show.
L'équipe des États-Unis a les honneurs. À vous de jouer. The United States has the honor. Play away, please.
The U.S. team gets off to a hot start in the first two matches of Thursday's four-ball competition.
This is a birdie putt to win the hole for Morikawa at the 12th. And that takes that one piece of gold off the board. Just can you get the speed right? Yep, got everything right. Xander Schauffele with a big putt and another win for the U.S.
I love team golf. It's a different atmosphere out here. I love the challenge of the emotions. When you got a partner like Xander, it's a lot of fun out there, no question.
Looking to keep momentum going, Team USA calls on the pairing of Russell Henley and world #1 Scottie Scheffler, who aims to add to an already historic year.
What does Scottie Scheffler bring to the U.S. team?
The king of Bay Hill again. The 50th Players Champion.
A lot of competitiveness and some fight out there.
Pure domination. The run continues.
The undisputed greatest player on the planet.
I pride myself on staying in it the whole time, and I'm hoping to bring a little bit of that energy to our team this year.
For the second time in as many cups, Scottie Scheffler leads Team USA as its top automatic qualifier.
World #1 PGA Tour Player of the Year doing his thing at the first.
But Scheffler's President's Cup debut did not live up to his standard.
Scheffler 0-3-1. It's their worst record by any world #1 in a President's Cup.
I don't think I've performed at my best in the last couple team events, but I was able to come up with a couple halves.
And more recently, turned in an 0-2-2 performance in last year's Ryder Cup.
Match play can be a bit fluky, and so hopefully I'll take the last two team events not performing my best and hopefully, continue to perform at a high level, catch some breaks, and be able to win some matches. It's going to be hard for our team to win if I'm not out there delivering some points for our team, and so just going into it, with the right attitude and being committed to my shots, and then going from there.
Scottie's definitely one of those leaders that's more of watch what I do, and he does it in the actions. He's not as verbal about his leadership, but he's definitely a leader. He's definitely our horse, and I wouldn't be shocked if he went out and won every match.
I'm not going to go in there trying to do anything different other than be myself and be a good teammate and a good friend to the guys that were there, and hopefully come back from Canada with a win.
Back to the first tee, where world #1 is getting ready to go here for the United States side.
The Internationals counter with the pairing of Sung J M and the fiery Tom Kim.
Tom Kim trying to fight back. Got it to go. They need something like that. They need a spark. They're 2 down. Scheffler to tie. Look at that.
That's what it's like out here. It's fun to compete and fun to, represent our country. And at the end of the match, you take your hat off and shake hands. And, we're friends after. We're not friends during, I guess.
Scheffler is going to pick up his first win in a President's or Ryder Cup match in exactly 3 years.
Wrapping up a flawless start for the Americans is the 2025 Ryder Cup captain with an emphatic finish.
Big bender for Keegan. There's that energy that we've seen from Keegan Bradley through the years in these cups. U.S. unbeatable today. A dominating day by the Americans. This is what makes it a clean 5-zip sweep. Oh.
How about Hideki Matsuyama, first President's Cup appearance, number 30 in the world already as a 21-year-old.
I've enjoyed watching Hideki's game. I've played a fair amount with him over this time.
Such poise, such talent at such a young age. Adam Scott and Hideki Matsuyama, 2-1 winners.
アダムは最初のプレゼンツカップでも一緒に組みましたし、いつかこの人たちに勝ちたいと思ってプレーしたんで、少しでもね、自分の助けになったかなと思います。
Matsuyama-san for his birdie to win the hole. Yeah, so this young man continues to impress.
Matsuyama's success on tour has been synonymous with his place on the International President's Cup team, with 9.5 points in 5 appearances.
Hideki Matsuyama, the second most experienced President's Cup player on the international team.
We look to guys like Hideki and Adam Scott like captains. Hideki's really embraced the role and does whatever we ask of him, and he works as hard as anybody, and he wants to win his points as much as anybody.
3-2 victory for Adam Scott and Hideki Matsuyama.
I can see how under control he is out on the golf course compared to when he first came. His consistency, I think, is probably a little overlooked these days, how well he's played these first 10 years of his career.
Matsuyama for birdie. Matsuyama watches that one disappear.
ね、このチームでもう10年、5回プレーしたんで、やっぱりどうしてもね、5回連続負けてるんで、絶対次は勝ちたいと思ってますし、その思いはね、多分みんな持ってると思います。
Day 2 of the President's Cup, where the international side is hoping that this home Canadian crowd can spur them on to a comeback.
Needing to flip the script after an American sweep on day 1, the internationals call upon the veteran, Hideki Matsuyama.
Matsuyama walks it in. It's going to be a 4-up lead.
They are 7 down with 7 holes to play. What a beatdown Matsuyama and Im are putting on the Americans.
어제 너무 저희가 좀 분위기가 안 좋고 해가지고 일단 오늘은 좀 초반부터 에너지 올리자 했었는데 이제 첫 터부터 뭔가 히데키상
It ties the largest margin of victory, 7-6.
The only international with more experience than Matsuyama is Adam Scott, who keeps the international momentum going.
39 feet away. And perfectly dropped in by the veteran.
Adam Scott to go 4 up in this match. And does. The beatdown continues. If Colin Morikawa doesn't hole it, this match is over.
Yeah, that'll do it. Another decisive win for the international side.
There's a lot of fight in this team. We're not going to go away.
This next match features a couple of Canadians against the Wyndham Clark-Tony Finau pairing. Mackenzie Hughes trying to light things up at the second for birdie to win the hole and grab a 2-up lead.
This is one of the funnest days I've ever had on the golf course.
Corey Connors for birdie to win the hole. Amazing 5-up.
We kept our foot on the gas and played some awesome golf.
Why wouldn't the two Canadians playing together jump on the bandwagon here with a huge lopsided win, 6-5. Zayden Oak teaming up with Jason Day. Max Homa and Brian Harman, who sat out yesterday, are back at it. Jason Day has a good lie here at the last.
So much riding on this hole.
He's got one of the best short games of his generation, and Jason Day just delivered again.
it's a team effort, and I was happy to hit a good shot like that on 18.
Make it 5-4 with one match in the balance. Ben On and Siwoo Kim trying to take down the #1 player in the world. All the crowd gathered around this 18th for par to win the match and make it a 5-0 Friday. Siwoo Kim delivers the final blow.
Party again tonight, party tomorrow, party on Sunday.
The sweep is in the books.
They had a great day, as we did yesterday, but now we're back to square one, and our team is looking ahead. We got a lot of golf to be played.
5-5 we go into the weekend.
Rapid Recovery, presented by ServPro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. On Thursday, with the internationals threatening to cut into the Americans' lead, Tony Finau faced a challenging chip.
He can pitch this in for birdie. Oh, and he did! How about that shot? Wow.
Oh, and Kurt, after Day's shot in there,
it kind of flipped it around on him, didn't he? My goodness, what a pitch shot.
I love the challenge of the emotions. There's momentum changes in match play, but I feel like my attitude serves me well.
And Finau made it look easy. Totally uncomplicated.
Desperate international team up off the mat, and we're knotted at 5, what should be an exciting day 3 at the President's Cup.
After a disappointing Friday showing, the Americans come out of the gate with 2 of the world's best in Colin Morikawa and Scottie Scheffler.
This is big, and you knew Scottie wasn't going to get shut out today. Americans putting him out there first for a reason.
To finish it, and that's what #1 in the world does. First point on the board for the red, white, and blue.
Captain instilled some confidence in me and Colin to go out there and get a point. We did what we needed to do, and that's what's most important.
The Americans make it 2 for 2 on the day, thanks to the pairing of Tony Finau and Xander Schauffele.
Par putt to win the match, Xander Schauffele. There it goes. So the United States beginning to reassert itself once again.
In need of a spark, international captain Mike Weir turns to Tom Kim and his penchant for the dramatic.
What does Tom Kim bring to the international team?
I guess energy. I'm just getting goosebumps thinking about it right now. I'm very passionate out there, so I think energy is a big thing, especially as a young guy, just trying to be a little bit of a small voice for our team. I want my teammates to know I'm playing as hard as I can, and when you can have a few fist bumps or a few roars, I think you can definitely get the team going and gives the team a little boost. I had a little bit of a moment there in my last President's Cup where just the whole team was just watching over you, and you have this burden of trying to not let down your partners and let down your team, let down your captains.
Already multiple fist pumps and energy from Tom Kim today. Can't imagine what he'll do if this one lands to win it.
I just love that environment because you're playing for more than yourself, and I was just ready to go. Got very, very, aggressive, and I was feeling like I was about to go to war. All that stuff just, I think, brings such a special environment. Luckily, I have one experience under my belt, and I think going to our home ground, the crowds are going to be great. They're going to be very feisty, and, I can't wait to get those Canadian crowds going.
Big putt here for Tom Kim. Whoa, oh my goodness, what a putt.
To close out the match.
Yep.
Oh, take the hat off. Second day in a row. Siwoo Kim puts away an American duo.
But in the final 4-ball match, the internationals fail to even the score.
And that'll do it. The U.S. with a statement in the first session on this Saturday. The U.S. comes out with an 8-6 lead, heading into the final team session.
In the the afternoon foursomes competition, Taylor Pendrith and Adam Scott cut the deficit to 1 point.
Taylor Pendrith for birdie to win the hole. Wakes up the crowd here.
It's a little closer than I think we wanted coming down the stretch, but we got the point, so that's all that matters.
But the Americans strike back with 2 points of their own.
Scheffler delivers. That was a big putt. World number one gives him a little bit of what everybody's been seeing all year long. Morikawa, they were 2 down after the first 3 holes, and it ends up an American victory at the last.
In the final match of the day, Tom Kim and Siwoo Kim fire up the home crowd with a passionate display.
Tom Kim for birdie. And Tom Kim to nail that down from 38 feet. Must hole out here. Oh, wow! You're kidding me!
Can you believe that?
Can you believe it?
They're tied again.
But it's Patrick Cantlay who puts the match on ice for the Americans at the last.
So I think Patrick Cantlay much more enjoys quieting down an away crowd than he likes hearing cheers from a home crowd.
Well, the only people making noise now is the American side. That was crazy clutch good. It is 11-7. The U.S. takes a significant 4-point lead into the singles tomorrow. America in control again. The home team needs some big-time inspiration, down 11-7. The U.S. just 4.5 away from winning the Cup for the 13th time in 15 President's Cups.
Xander Schauffele kicks off the Sunday action with a powerful start.
How about that start from 45 feet for Schauffele? That will quiet the crowd. This is some performance by Xander Schauffele out of the gates.
Schauffele gives the U.S. their first point of the day.
No one's going to be better than that. So world number 2 did his job this week for Jim Furyk.
In a showdown of Masters champions, Hideki Matsuyama outduels Scottie Scheffler for a crucial point for the internationals.
Hideki right over the cup.
That's brilliant there from Matsuyama.
While Corey Connors feeds off the home crowd for a 5-3 victory.
Corey Connors for his home country here, up in the lead over Tony Finau.
But Russell Henley and Patrick Cantlay each capture a point for the Americans.
Patrick Cantlay puts it away, 3-1. That's another full point.
Setting the stage for the 2025 Ryder Cup captain to clinch the victory.
And that will do it. In the end, it is Keegan Bradley who has the decisive last point to win the President's Cup. Of all the guys that would get the cup clincher, right place, right time for Keegan.
Yep. Sometimes destiny just writes the script.
That was incredible. I kept saying all week I didn't know if I'd ever get to do this again. And to be able to just play in this tournament and then to win the point, my goodness, the last time I played, I was the point to lose the Ryder Cup. So if this is my last round as a player, maybe it is, I'm happy with that.
Jim Furyk puts away the 10th consecutive President's Cup victory for the U.S.
The matches come down to just some special moments. These guys usually play loose in the President's Cup. They let it fly, and we've been able to win some crucial points. I'd go to battle with these 12 guys anytime.
We talked about taking care of business today, and we all went out there and did it, something that I'll remember the rest of my life.
I think it's safe to say we've made some brothers for life. I understand why these team events are held on such a pedestal. There's nothing else like it.
In the wise words of Travis Kelce, you gotta fight for your right to party!
Thanks for watching the PGA Tour on YouTube. To watch more, click here, and to subscribe, click here.